Welcome back to the Movement Network Bar, and today we're going to talk about a fight that I don't know about you guys, but I'm extremely ecstatic about. Very excited about this fight. And that fight is Josh Kelly, Pretty Boy Josh Kelly versus David Avanesyan. Now, first of all, I don't understand what's all the hype coming from David Avanesyan. I don't understand the hype. We're going to get to that in a second. But I do see the hype coming from Pretty Boy Josh Kelly. 100% I see the hype. The young man got a lot of talent, and but at times he has a tendency of just falling asleep while he's boxing, and we saw that when he fought Ray Robinson in 2019. It's a fight he could have easily won, but he went on cruise control. He wasn't throwing enough punches. And unfortunately, that fight ended up in a draw. So in this video, I'm gonna give my prediction for this fight and why do I think this person should win the fight. And I say should because it's boxing and you never know, one punch can change everything. But before anything, I want to encourage you guys to subscribe to my channel, like and comment. I normally answer back to everyone. And let's get started. Subscribe to my channel. All right, so this fight's gonna take place Saturday. For me, this is a good fight, but it's not the fight that I want to see Josh Kelly in yet, because he's already, for me, past this guy, right? Like this guy, David Avanesyan has 26 wins, 14 KOs, so that's a 46 point, let's round it off to 47% knockout rate, which is not bad at all. Got 3 losses, and he's been stopped once. So David Avanesyan, if you didn't know, he's very known for fighting Sugar Shane Mosley and beating Sugar Shane Mosley. But let's remember, he fought an old Sugar Shane Mosley. He fought Sugar Shane Mosley when Sugar Shane Mosley was on his way down. Sugar Shane Mosley was old. He had no business in the ring. And as it happens always in boxing, the young guy, the young lion, came over and he was able to dethrone. Not dethrone because Sugar Shane Mosley wasn't at his peak or anything like that, but he was able to beat Sugar Shane Mosley. Well, right after that fight, which was in 2016, right after the fight, his next fight, Avanesyan, they put him against Lamar Peterson. Now, Lamar Peterson was able to beat him fairly easy. I think it was a great fight. He beat him fairly easy. So he lost that fight, and I believe Avanesyan lost his first or second or third one of those fights. Let me look it up real quick. He lost his second fight to a guy, Killmove, whoever that is. I never heard of him. So he lost his second professional fight. Then he went on a winning streak. He beat an old Sugar Shane Mosley. Then he fought Lamar Peterson. Lamar Peterson beat him. Then after that, he fought and won one fight, and then he won it against Kavalaskias, and then he lost. He got knocked out. And his last fight versus Rios, he won by KO. But I don't see where's all the hype for David Avanesyan. I truly don't see the hype. Every time he stepped up, he's lost. I don't understand the hype. Now, Pretty Boy Josh Kelly, the same kind of could be said about him. Josh Kelly, as I stated, he lost to his record first, so he hasn't lost 10 fights, 6 KOs, and 1 draw. And out of those 10 wins, that's a 55. We could round it up to 55 percentile KO rate, right? So Josh Kelly, from the United Kingdom, loved over there. People love him over there. Has a lot of talent, but unfortunately, he's been unable to pull the trigger when it comes to the big fights. Right? He doesn't pull the trigger. So let's concentrate on this fight, Avanesyan versus Josh Kelly. So this fight first got signed. It was supposed to take place in 2018, December 2018. And they weighed in, everything was great. Unfortunately, Josh Kelly woke up that morning. He said he wasn't feeling well. And he he pulled out of the fight. I mean, it rarely happens in boxing, but it does happen. So he pulled out of the fight in 2018 after the weigh-in. So he pulled out of the fight the day of the fight. Then in March 2020, the fight was supposed to take place, but unfortunately, I believe it was the first fight in the United Kingdom that was canceled because of the coronavirus. So they had to reschedule it. They rescheduled for January 13, 2021, and it had to be rescheduled again. So that's 3 times this fight has been rescheduled without taking place. Now it's been rescheduled for January 20th, which is this Saturday, and I do think that the fight will take place this Saturday unless some crazy stuff happens. But I do think that this time we will see the fight. Now for the prediction of the fight, I do think I've seen pictures of Josh Kelly, and he looks ripped. He looks in phenomenal shape. I do see David Avanesyan coming in strong for the first 4 or 5 rounds. He is a durable guy, takes a lot of shots, and he throws everything with bad intention. So I do see David Avanesyan coming in and being strong for the first 3 or 4 rounds. But then I see pretty boy Josh Kelly breaking him down, landing beautiful, fast combination, getting out the way. Hopefully he'll pull out with his hands up. He has a tendency of pulling out with his hands down. And if David Avanesyan is able to come right in with that hook, with that 3, or that step into the right hand, could pretty much catch pretty boy Josh Kelly. But this is a fight that Josh Kelly, I think after the 4th round, is going to break him down with a lot of heavy. From the 1st to the 3rd, 4th round, he's going to be hitting him hard in the body. He's going to break him down. I think that's the game plan for Josh Kelly, to just break this guy down by hitting him hard in the body. A lot of body shots. And then after that, mixing it in, going up and down, down and up. And he should be able to stop David Avanesyan within the 8th round. That's my prediction. I do see pretty boy Josh Kelly beating this guy and moving on, especially now since he's mature a bit more. He seems to have a bit more understanding of what he wants out of life now that he's 26 years old. I do think that Josh Kelly definitely is going to stop Avanesyan. Avanesyan's 32 years old. So he's not old, but he's getting there. So that's my prediction. I think that it's going to be an interesting fight. It's going to be a fight that it's going to have, we might see pretty boy Josh Kelly go down, just like Ryan Garcia did, maybe the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd round, get back up, and maybe doing the same thing as Ryan Garcia did, which it's funny how Ryan Garcia and pretty boy Josh Kelly, for me, it's kind of, I compare them a lot. Not in the boxing skills. Josh Kelly has way more boxing technique than, but in their looks and the way they carry themselves. It's kind of crazy. So I do see pretty boy Josh Kelly being 26-year-old, being a little more mature, stopping the 32-year-old Avanesyan with a body shot or maybe the corner stopping the fight. Subscribe to my channel. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.